Hello all, I'm Michael with WriterSanctuary. Now recently I got a comment about being able to copy things from Reedsy over to Google. Now Jim D56 writes, I use Reedsy to write, but my editor prefers to edit with Google Docs. A lot of them do. This means I have to copy and paste onto Google Docs since Reedsy doesn't export to a Google Doc. But when I copy and paste, any and all formatting is gone and the Google Doc looks like one long paragraph with no spaces between sentences and no paragraph breaks. Any advice? Actually, I know how to get around all that. Now, first, I'd like to point out that I've never had that problem. When I copy and paste from Reedsy to Google Docs, it works fine, with a little bit of an exception. Now, when I copied and pasted this manuscript, it separated the paragraphs completely when there weren't paragraphs to be separated. Now, for instance, in the original draft on Reedsy, this actually is indented and right under the first paragraph. As you can see, Google Docs doesn't set that up correctly, but it did keep the italicized that I have. It didn't add in all the extra spaces I have between the bottom paragraph and the bracket, but all the paragraphs came out just fine. So I'm not 100% sure why you were getting an entire block of text, but here's how you can get around that. So first of all, we're going to start from the bookshelf, and we're going to export this one here. So I'm going to hit Manage. And then from here, we're going to go up to Exports. And then we're going to scroll all the way down, and we are going to export a backup of our book. This is going to save it as a docx file. So we click the backup, and then we close, and then we wait for Reedsy to create the backup, which will be relatively quick because there's only like 4 paragraphs in this whole book. So now we're going to download, and we're going to save it to the desktop so that we know where the hell it's at. After the file has been downloaded from Reedsy, we are going to go into Google Drive, and there's a couple ways you can do this. You can drag and drop your file directly onto the browser window, which is what I normally do because I'm just trying to be fast, or you can click on the New button on the top left and upload your file. So we're going to do that. We're going to upload the file, and once it's uploaded, you'll get a confirmation at the bottom right. I don't care about that. And then we're going to click on it to open it up in Google Docs. And once it's uploaded and in Google Docs, all you have to do is hit the share button and then add the email addresses of your editors. But what about when it's done and you'd like to use Reedsy to format the book and export it to upload to Amazon? Well, in that case, when your editors are done and you're done editing and ready to go, we just go to the file, and then we go down to, download, and we're going to download as a docx and save it to our computer so we remember where it's at. In this case, I'm going to save it to the desktop again. Then we're going to go back to our bookshelf. So we go back, and now we're going to import a book. And we're going to select the book. We're going to give it a title and then select the file. So in this case, I'm going to upload what I just saved. And the book title is going to be, A Freelancer's Tale Part 2. Finished. That way we remember. And we just click on Import Book. And once Reedsy is done formatting it, you'll be able to access it. Now, doesn't this create a duplicate on your Reedsy bookshelf? Yes, but I do find it quite useful because now I have a copy of my first draft that's unedited, and I can use Reedsy essentially as a way to save that, or I can just delete it off the bookshelf altogether. And a way to do that, I'm going to go ahead and do it with this one here because I'm not quite finished with the other book. We're going to scroll down after hitting settings, and we're going to hit this button here that says delete permanently. Then we have to put in the title of it. That way we can avoid accidentally deleting something we want to keep. Part 2 finish. Whoops. You have to type it in exactly how it's spelled. Then we hit delete, and it's gone. Just like that. But that's only if you want to delete the original copy. Like I said, I usually keep them around just so that I have that first draft. Now, you don't see the first draft of Shadows on the bookshelf because I archive it instead. So that way, when you view your archive, you can see your first drafts, it's useful. Now, before I move anything to the archive, though, I make sure I change the titles because you don't want something that says like A Freelancer's Tale Finished as your book title because, well, that's what's going to show on Amazon. So what I normally do is that the original that I have that I'm going to archive, I actually go into its settings on Manage, change its title to whatever it is -original, and then I archive that one and then change the name of the one I just uploaded back to the original without the extras to it. Now, to make your book go to the archive, we just click on the Manage button like we did before. And then we're going to scroll down, and instead of hitting delete permanently, we hit archive book. This will put it in the archives. And to do that, we just view the archive. And you see I have Kingmaker and the original Shadows of Atlantic City. This is the first draft, unedited version of it. But then we can go back to our original bookshelf, and it's pretty clean from there. So I personally wouldn't delete it. I would keep it as put it in the archive. That way it's always there. And if I needed the first draft for some reason, I can always just pull it right back up and throw it back into the bookshelf if I'd like. But yeah, that's how I would go around using Google Docs. I'm not sure why it is deleting the formatting when it's being opened or copied and pasted. I've never had that issue. I've been able to copy and paste everything from Reedsy to AutoCrit. I did have a little bit of a weird issue when I pasted it into Atticus, but I've never had like the paragraph separation where it doesn't indent. That's the only problem I've ever seen in Google Docs. If you don't want to view it that way, actually, when I imported the other one, it came up just fine. So I'm not 100% sure why in your case it was a whole wall of text, but that's a way to get around it. So I hope I can help you with that one. Many of you, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button for more videos about self-publishing, blogging, freelance writing, or anything else I cover. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I think it's going to do it for me today. I think I have another video in me to do tonight. I'll see you next time.